Today is the final night I sleep here in Tasmania, Australia, before returning to my homeland, Vietnam. As you all know, I'm an immigrant. I'm not from here. I don't know if you can tell from my skin tone, my facial structure, my accents, my broken English. Yeah, I'm not from here. I'm not an Australian, a quote unquote Australian. But what is an Australian? Australian is someone who lives in Australia. We are all immigrants, by the way. We all came from somewhere and we have chosen to settle in Australia. We have chosen to call this place our home. But we all have an origin. And for me, my origin is that I came from Vietnam. Both my parents are Vietnamese. I have a sister. I have my grandparents who are all in Vietnam. They have died. They were born there and they have died there. I have my uncles and aunties. The majority of my cousins are still living there. Only one or two, or maybe, let me think about it, maybe 4 or 5 are actually living abroad in Russia, in America, all over the world. But yeah, my people, my family, they're all in Vietnam. And so I do feel some sort of connection to my homeland because we're still there. We're still there. We're not all here. And family is where my people are at. Sorry, I'm making this sound so profound and it doesn't mean that much, by the way. It shouldn't. I'm just only making it sound more serious, more than it should be. But yeah, as you all know, I'm a foreigner. I've lived in Australia for the majority of my life. I guess I can call myself an Australian, but I can't. I simply cannot. That would be disrespectful. And that would show a complete disregard for the diversity that we have here. We are a multicultural country. And whether you think that's a good idea or a bad idea, I'm going to leave that up to you. I do think that strength comes from diversity, not just racial diversity, cultures, languages, ideas. And you might think diversity is a terrible thing. You're diluting the people. You're bringing in degeneracy. A lot of people think like this. And if you've been on the internet for long enough, you will run into those people. You will run into those people for sure. And I'm sure, I hope these people do not comment on my video, but just keep it to yourself. I know you do think this way, and I'm not going to change your mind. I'm not going to change your mind. I do want to say though that look at history, the greatest empires in the world. When you're able to unite people of different cultures, beliefs, all under the same identity, when you realize that we all share common values and we are all working towards a common goal, yeah, that's what makes a great nation. That's what politics is about. Uniting, well, not really uniting, but recognizing that there are differences in different groups. We all have our own ideologies. We all have our own ideals. Politics is about recognizing this and thinking of ways in which we can all move forward towards a common goal. So we all have competing interests, but surely there's something common that we can all work towards. And we will never agree on everything. Sorry, I'm talking about politics again. I shouldn't be talking about this. Having a career that I have right now, man, I'm walking on eggshells. I don't give a fuck, man. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to say what I think, okay? I'm going to say what I think. I think diversity is a strength. only if you know how to utilize it well. And if you're a politician watching this, yeah, think about it, man. Diversity. You bring fresh blood into this country. You bring new ideas, innovations. Australia is not a white country. I'm sorry. It is predominantly white, and there are a large portion of Europeans living in Tasmania. But you have to realize that when the immigrants come here, they go through such a tough process of getting their permanent residency. They can't just rock up and say, I want to live here. No, you got to have good reasons to be staying here. What are you going to contribute to this society? What do you bring to the table? And being an immigrant, I realized that you don't mean jack shit unless you bring something valuable, unless you contribute something to society. Why should we enjoy this peace, this tranquility, this stillness? Why should I command respect unless I'm doing something respectable myself? And for that, I'm eternally grateful Australia has given me a chance to live this life. I truly am grateful for this peace. There's no war here. For this tranquility, for this boringness even in living in this small country town on this tiny island, secluded from the rest of the world. I'm eternally grateful for this chance for my life, you know. And I'll do my best to help the people in this community. Anyways, today was cleaning up day. I just mowed the lawn, packed some stuff, talked to the neighbor, told them how to look after my dog. Yeah, I'm really tight with my neighbors. Like, this is the other thing as well. Foreigners, when they come to this country, they just want to stick to their own kind and, yeah, like, speak their own language. You guys in Australia, try to learn the language, try to learn the culture. It's not like you're gonna abandon your culture. You're gonna abandon your roots by speaking English. No. You're actually showing respect to the people here, and you're showing respect to the people back home by recognizing that we are different. Diversity is strength. I'm gonna say that again. In every single organization, you will see that the best teams are the ones that have great diversity. Not just racial diversity, not just gender diversity. I feel like these terms get thrown around a lot, but also ideas, life experience, outlooks, perspectives. That's important. Experience. Everybody's experience is different, and we value that in our community. Yeah, if you know how to use this well, if you know how to utilize a short Vietnamese man who can fit in through narrow cracks and lift heavy ass weights, you will have a very strong team. I am on your team as well. The sooner you realize this, the sooner you'll be able to form a strong team. And this is a message to my own people as well. You always complain about being treated unfairly and people are racist everywhere. You gotta look within yourself. Have you tried to learn this language, this culture? Have you tried to immerse yourself fully in this environment in which you're gonna live and study in and working in for the next few years of your life? Because if you haven't, and you still see these people as the enemies, they will see you as the enemy also. Is it still us versus them? Or is it us with them? And with that, I want to say thank you for watching my video. From wherever you are in the world, I love you all. God bless, stay strong, and I'll speak to you in Nam.